I hate sports. I really do. But not in the way you think that I'm saying. I'm talking about how much emotional significance it has on me. When you look at the sports teams that I cheer for and support, most people wouldn't be able to handle the pain and heartbreak that I go through every year. It's like creating the perfect poison. So let's take a look. As you may well know, after the Rams trashed St. Louis and fled to that garbage city of Los Angeles, I decided that a new team was needed to cheer for. After considerations from some teams, I settled on the Minnesota Vikings. This could be one of the dumbest smart decisions I could have made. My decision came merely weeks after the infamous Blair Walsh kick, and that would soon become the norm. In my first season with the team, they started off a successful 5-0, only to fall apart to 8-8. Next year they became the Superstars and almost choked to the Saints. But the Minneapolis Miracle, you say? Well, yes, it was a great moment that I will cherish forever, and the celebrations were amazing. Only a brick wall could have stopped the momentum, and its name was the Philadelphia Eagles. Heartbreak is a common side effect of being a Vikings fan, but looking back, it was a good thing I didn't choose the Atlanta Falcons. I don't think I would have been able to handle the Super Bowl choke. Never has there been a more fitting name for a team than the St. Louis Blues. Over 50 years and not a single Stanley Cup championship. Usually relegated to a first-round playoff loss. It doesn't help that I'm surrounded by Chicago Blackhawks fans. All those bandwagoners don't help either. We are always a good, but just not good enough kind of team. After one of our best runs in a long time in 2016, the team decided to trade away several key players that got us so far. This is what being a Blues fan is like. This will also apply to the Skull Boys in Minneapolis. Incompetent GM and executives ruin a team no matter how good they all are on the field. Always relegated to a hockey punchline. The arch is just like a Blues fan's face, always frowning down. Truly the hockey version of a romantic tragedy. Endless heartbreak with no happiness whatsoever. The NBA has the most fair-weather fans of any sport, a league where the only reason a person cheers for a team is because of one player, and that player who thinks he's the best person of all time, even though he's not. But the Raptors, they don't get this kind of thing. Over 2 decades of playing hoops, they have only 2 conference finals wins. That's it. Doesn't help that they've been swept by the Cleveland "We Forgive You" LeBroners 2 years in a row. This, of course, means we are trashed and nothing more than a joke to the league, just like the other teams that I cheer for. However, there's a slight positive. Unlike all those Cavs fans, which were Heat fans 4 years ago, we are loyal to the Six. The North Side will rise again. So let's see here. When you combine all of these teams, no championships, no championship appearances in 40 years, all those accolades and awards, they don't mean anything if you can't step up when it counts. It truly is like an abusive relationship. You keep getting hurt, yet you just keep going back. It's hard, painful, sometimes unbearable. But that leads to strength. It leads to dedication. That leads to a love for what is yours. A passion for something that nobody would care for. These teams are like your dream lover. They are not going to be perfection. They will be flawed. They will make you angry. They will make you cry sometimes. But you will love them. I will always cheer for these teams. The Minnesota Vikings, the St. Louis Blues, and the Toronto Raptors. Pain leads to strength. Suffering leads to success. And defeat, that leads to victory.